Well, take a look at this lady, she certainly exudes unease. The fourth episode of Outlander Season 7 thrilled me, and I'm sure it did the same for you. I got to see Denzel and Rachel Hunter for the first time, as well as witness the most awkward kiss ever, which, by the way, was hilarious. Sincerely speaking, I had anticipated they would appear in episode 5, but I truly like how the plot is progressing. Despite the fact that Claire and Jamie did make an appearance in a couple important situations, this episode felt refreshing because they weren't really the show's main emphasis. Despite the fact that Jamie and Claire's passages are consistently my fave, this is true. Mandy has evolved over the previous 2 years despite the fact that she appears to have expanded excessively. While it is true that Bree and Roger are repairing the house and living in a caravan in front of Lally Brock, the work hasn't been finished for the past 2 years, and they require money, which they are frequently short of. Bree is being unreasonable by requiring that Jimmy experience childhood before looking back in time. She is correct in that they require money for the restoration as well. However, how long will they have to wait? She should ask Jimmy about the Spaniard's cave, and he would be able to tell her where the money is. I yelled repeatedly at my computer. I'll return to Bree and Roger shortly, but first I need to discuss another scenario that stood out to me in the episode's teaser. I expected Tom and Claire to be surprised when they first saw one another, but I didn't expect the man to just kiss Claire on the lips in that way. It had a long, passionate quality, was obviously awkward and spooky, but it also had a light-hearted side. I was right when I predicted that Tom would pen the obituary for the newspaper. Because Roger and Bree are unaware that Tom penned the obituary, this has different repercussions than the man's inability to let Claire's death pass unnoticed. Even though the obituary was false from the start because Claire and Amy were never going to perish in the fire, they persist in their belief that they changed history by informing Jamie and Claire about the fire. So, did Bree and Roger alter history, or did they merely influence how it was written? Jamie also laughed at the kiss, and he displayed his envy in his own particular way, if you see what I mean. And it should come as no surprise that Jamie will participate in the conflict, with Claire naturally joining him as a medical professional. By speaking with an Indian clan to locate them, young Ian too will contribute in his own unique way. Although a tad sexist, Tom Christie is so damn romantic with those words since I know he means well. William acted heroically in the situation when a fellow trooper nearly lit a woman on fire in front of everyone. I wonder if I'll ever witness that. He quickly received a covert mission as a reward for his valor, but would it take him far away from the conflict? He ought to keep battling since he is an earl. William reminds me a lot of Lord John and Jamie in terms of accent and gestures, thus it's extremely unusual to watch him. A few fantastic scenes between young Ian and William were made possible by the sad course of events. The two got along well right away, and their scenes were very entertaining. Then, two siblings from Great Dismal, Denzel and Rachel Hunter, assisted William in treating his wound. Here, two events took place. The first thing I observed was a strong, incredibly good tension between young Ian and Rachel. It wasn't difficult to find. Second, I saw that William's wounded was being treated by Denzel and Rachel Hunter. Although I'm sure Bree will have many difficulties working in an area that is primarily male at the moment, I'm glad for Bree. I won't discuss Roger's remark because it is unimportant. Bree began a new job at a sexist organization during a sexist era. She essentially convinced the boss to hire her. It wasn't too challenging. She displayed her engineering expertise and knowledge. Even the date Bree obtained her engineering degree is unknown to me. Share your thoughts on the fourth episode of Outlander Season 7 in the comments section below. How went it? Are you against it? Did you share my laughter at the casino? To see more videos like this one, remember to subscribe, like, and share it. Similar to how the episode ends, the video will conclude with Jamie and Claire marching in support of war. I'm sure there will be fight scenes in episode 5 until then.